Hello, beautiful ones. I hope you're having a powerful day. So, this has been on my mind for a while, so I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about how us as women, and if you're a man watching that, this is great. Now, maybe you learned something, but I'm going to talk about us as women, how often we still center ourselves around men and around our relationships. I did this most of my life when I was young. We are raised when we're little to the whole princess story and the Disney stuff that we're going to grow up and we're going to have a Prince Charming. And I know that the younger generation has done incredible things and very proud of you for doing all that. But I still think so often we put our emphasis on the man. We don't feel valued. A lot of times, if we are alone and we are single, we see our friends, we see our sisters, we see people in our life. We watch people, and when they have a significant other and we don't, inside a lot of times we feel like we are not worthy. And a lot of times we go through our lives, and when we are single, we're thinking about this guy or this guy or this relationship, or when is he going to come and when's that going to come. But what we're doing is we're putting ourselves, our importance, and our happiness someplace else that is outside of ourselves. Now, I was in a relationship for a very long time, and I centered my life around my spouse. I followed his dreams. I did so many things to center myself, and what I realized later was that I wasn't really loving myself. I was not going inward, and I was not accessing my power. I was allowing, and a lot of times we allow men to treat us a certain way, or we allow men to cheat on us, or we allow men to disrespect us, and we keep on staying and staying because we are taught, and deep down we think that we're more valuable. Now, I've talked about my breasts before, right, guys? So I've got small breasts, and society right now is saying that we're valuable if we have large breasts. And a lot of us women are getting breast implants, and we're getting butt implants and lip implants, and we're doing different things to change ourselves so we're more beautiful. Now, I know we've been fed an image, so if you're looking at me thinking, oh, it's easy for her, she's beautiful and I'm not, it's just the pill that we've been given. We have been given a pill of what beautiful is. By the time we are 3 years old, 3 years old, everybody, we little girls have an idea what beautiful is, and so do the boys. And so that's what they're seeking, and that's what we're looking at. So when we're looking at the mirror, it's really important to look in the mirror and say, I love you. I really, really love you. And it doesn't matter if you don't look like what society says is beautiful. We are all beautiful. We were all born the way we were supposed to be born, and we have to learn to dig inside and love ourselves just the way we are. Now, so this is something that I did for a long time. When I was single, I would be thinking, well, when am I going to meet my mate? When am I going to do this? And I thought I was going to be whole and I was going to be happy when I did that. But the truth is that when you go inward and you spend time alone, now when you are alone, it's like you gather gifts. You find out different strengths about yourself that you never knew you had. And even if you're in a relationship, it's really important to take that time. I call it going up the mountain alone. You go up the mountain and you find out these beautiful gifts about yourselves. Like you had no idea. There's things that I have discovered about myself and internal powers. I can tell you I've never felt more powerful, more youthful, more alive in my entire life. And now, I'm not saying I don't have bad days, beautiful ones. I have hard days, and I have days where I am getting depressed, where I'm struggling with my different things. All of us have our issues, and all of us have our things. But I have gotten to this point where I just really feel powerful, and it's because I have journeyed alone. And when you journey alone, and you can do this while you're in a relationship too, because the benefit of it, and now it is a beautiful thing to have a beautiful relationship. It is. We are communal people. We are supposed to have other people in our lives. So we shouldn't be going through life all alone. I'm just saying that don't put your center in thinking that that's going to make you happy. Will Smith talks about that with Jada. And he says, when we got married, we thought that we were going to make each other happy, and this was it. And that was the biggest thing that we've learned, is that we both individually had to become happy ourselves, and you have to become whole yourself. So whether you're in a relationship or not, become whole. And if you're not in a relationship, take this time as like this holy journey that right now I can just focus on me and I can be whole. And so that that when you are in a relationship and you meet someone that's incredible, you're going to attract somebody that's whole, because like attracts like. When you are high vibration and you're a whole, you're going to attract other people in your lives that are high vibration and are whole, and then it's going to be an easier time with the relationship. And if you are in a relationship right now, you still want to take that time and journey inward and heal your things. I'm going to just talk a minute before I go about the power of the heart. I'm really passionate about the heart. The heart, they have done research on it. The heart is 100 times more powerful electrically than the brain, and 5,000 times more powerful magnetically than the brain. So when we talk about manifesting things and the power of manifestation, it's because you feel it. You feel it in the heart. When you feel it in the heart magnets. It serves as a magnet to bring it into your life. But the thing is that most of us are not living from the heart. The heart is the power center. I believe 100 years from now it's something that everyone will know. We'll teach it. The children will know this. But the younger ones here, you are the new generation. You can make amazing changes if you learn to heal your lower chakras and live from your heart. You can do amazing, powerful things. So this is how powerful the heart is. The scientists monitor the electromagnetic waves of the universe, or the universe of the earth, and there was a noticeable spike difference in September in 2011. So they studied it and they found out that it was 15 minutes after the first plane hit in New York on September 9/11 that there was a huge spike change. And why? Is because around the world people's hearts were affected by what was going on. So if the power of the heart has that much power, so okay, another thing they said is that just a few people living from the heart, if you're living from your heart chakra, you can affect everybody. Just a small percentage, like 5% living from the heart, and that is kind of about, we don't know the exact number, that's probably about where amount of people are living from the heart chakra. You have the power to change the electromagnetic field of the earth, of everybody. So if that's that powerful, imagine how powerful it is and what it can do to your body. It is truly the elixir of life. It is your power center. But first you have to go in and you have to heal the lower chakras. And the lower chakras are about feeling safe. Do you feel safe being loved? A lot of us didn't feel loved as children, or maybe there was an incident that happened and we didn't feel love. Do you feel loved? Do you feel safe being loved? Do you feel it is safe to love? It is safe for you to be loved. Do you feel safe within yourself? Do you feel safe loving yourself? Do you feel safe in the world? If you're having anxiety issues, you're having anxiety because you don't feel safe. The root chakra has to be healed and it has to be nourished, and you have to learn to love yourself and feel safe. And then the other things is the other chakras. We have the center of the sexuality. You have to be centered and feel loved and feel like you are abundant and know that you can prosper and that you can live in abundance, and also that you have personal power. There's a lot of people out in the world who are seeking money and relationships and women and sex and blah 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 because they're trying to feel powerful, because inside they don't feel powerful. So your job now, and it's been a journey for me, so don't be patient with yourself, but your journey is to go inward and start healing those things. The first thing to do is to learn to really, really love yourself. If you really learn to love yourself, you start healing everything and you start raising your vibration. So that's what I want to talk about. Let's not put our power into the male species. We as women, we are powerful. I believe that we are the foundation of the homes and we're the foundation of society. And it is time for us to access our power. I had this conversation, let me end with this, with a couple young friends of mine. They were in their early 20s, and she mentioned that I was talking about loving my small breasts, and I was just talking about loving bodies. I was using that as an example, and she had small breasts like me, and she looked at her boyfriend. She goes, wow, she goes, I just asked him the other day if I should get breast implants, and he just looked at her with love, and he just said, you're fine, you're beautiful just the way you are. And then he looked at her and he said, you know what, women, you guys hold the power. Men would change. If you would change, if you would allow us, if you wouldn't allow us to treat you that way, we would change. And she started arguing it, and I looked at her and I said, you know, you're right, because we hold the power. If nobody would put up with being mistreated, men would act differently. We hold the power, but we have to access that power within ourselves, and it starts with really, really going in and loving yourself. And it doesn't matter if nobody in this world has ever loved you, if you come from abuse and dysfunction and crazy stuff, and inside you just wake up feeling depressed, and you look at yourself in the mirror and think, I'm worthless, there's nothing worth living for, I'm nothing. It's okay. You can heal that. You are loved. You are lovable. If you were on this earth, you have something very important to do. And so it's important to just start out by feeling safe and feeling loved. Anyways, I'm going to end, but I just want to end with my usual beautiful ones. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are amazing. You are loved and you are lovable. There is nobody else in the world like you. You have a gift that nobody else in the world has, and you will bring forth that as you heal yourself and love yourself. All right. Love you, beautiful ones. Have a beautiful day.